As she ventured into the world to find work, she faced the harsh reality of a woman alone, struggling to support two children. She first found a job as a maid in one house. The pay was minimal, but it was a start. She continued searching and soon managed to secure two more cleaning jobs. With three jobs, she earned a total of 12,000 taka a month. Though it was barely enough to cover their daily expenses, she persevered. However, even with this small income, life was still difficult. Bills had to be paid, rent had to be covered, and the children's needs had to be met. The pressure was immense. Half of her income was spent on sending Sajid and his sister to school and buying them small necessities, leaving her with very little to get by. Sajid, on the other hand, was doing his best to stay focused on his education despite the constant worry over food and money at home. He tried not to let it affect his studies, but soon the weight of hunger and stress took a toll on him. For 2 days, Sajid hadn't eaten anything. His body grew weak and he couldn't focus. His stomach ached and he felt drained. He drank only water to keep himself going, hoping it would provide some relief. Yet as he sat in class, he felt his energy slipping away. His vision blurred and everything around him seemed to fade. As time passed, everyone moved on with their lives, leaving Sajid's family isolated. His mother, once a devoted wife, suddenly found herself as the sole caretaker of her children, with no one to turn to. Grief consumed her, but even more pressing was the struggle to provide for her family. The money her husband had left behind quickly dwindled, and within months, they faced an unbearable financial crisis. Bills went unpaid, and food became scarce. Determined to keep her children from starving, Sajid's mother cut expenses, sold their few possessions, and tried to make ends meet. But despite all her sacrifices, the money was gone within 10 months. Left with no choice, she made the difficult decision to find work outside. Venturing into the world alone, she took whatever job she could find, eventually securing work as a maid in 3 different houses. Her combined earnings of 12,000 taka per month barely covered their basic needs. Half of her income went into Sajid and his sister's education, leaving very little for rent, food, and other necessities. Sajid, determined to focus on his studies, struggled under the weight of their hardships. Hunger gnawed at him, and the stress of their situation became overwhelming. For 2 days he hadn't eaten. His body weakened, his vision blurred, and he felt drained. Water was all he had to keep himself going, but it wasn't enough. Sitting in class, everything around him started fading into darkness. His teacher, Bilal, noticed the pale and weak boy struggling to stay awake. Concerned, he approached him. "Sajid, are you okay?" he asked gently. With difficulty, Sajid whispered, "Yes, sir. I'm fine." But Bilal could see he wasn't fine. Insisting on the truth, he pressed further. After some hesitation, Sajid finally admitted, "We have no food at home. We haven't eaten for 2 days." Bilal's heart sank. Without a second thought, he guided Sajid to the staff room and handed some money to the school watchman. "Go to the market and bring food immediately," he instructed. Minutes later, the watchman returned with a burger and a cold drink. Bilal handed it to Sajid. "Eat this. You need your strength." At first, Sajid hesitated, but as soon as he took a bite and drank the cold drink, he felt relief wash over him. His head cleared, his vision sharpened, and for the first time in days, he felt normal again. Seeing his improvement, Bilal asked, "How do you feel now?" Sajid nodded weakly. "Better, sir." "Thank you." Bilal smiled. "Good. Now go back to class. But after school, come see me in my office.